Mobile Legend is, shockingly enough, a game with many heroes, all with different strengths and weaknesses. What's really amazing is the sheer amount of uniqueness found among each character. I mean, we have Monkey, a weirdly shaped tree, a cat, I think it's a cat, a nigger, tentacle hentai, and the list goes on and on. Also, weirdly enough, the game has a lot of little girls. But we're gonna move on for now because that's very strange, but I don't want to talk about it. With this many heroes available to players, there will of course be a lot of discriminations towards a lot of them. But then again, I don't really care about the minorities, so we're going to talk about the strong ones only today. One particularly known as King Ashura, Martis.
3,000 worlds, and not a single worthy foe.
Now, playing Martis is like having the spell Execute, which by the way one-shots low HP heroes, but it's on steroids. Here's what I mean by that. If Martis is capable of this at the hands of a silver ranked player like me, imagine what a pro player could do with him. With all this being said, however, all heroes come with their flaws and weaknesses. For Martis, everything comes down to his skills. He heavily depends on his skills, which makes him vulnerable whenever his abilities are on cooldown. This handicap, paired with the fact that he has a very low durability, puts him at quite the disadvantage during teamfights. Whilst it may be true that he has a lot of strong crowd control effects, he still can't take on a lot of heroes by himself. You could say he's almost like a glass cannon, having strong offensive and weak defensive prowess. Martis is good for soloing and 1v1ing, which is good in the early game, but late game he can't do much as the game turns into a full-fledged teamfight. Martis heavily relies on his team to ward off enemies as he only has attack damage and almost no tanking abilities. Rather than a defensive hero, he can be classified being more suitable for the role of an executioner. Unless you have a good build, don't try to engage too much in teamfight or you'll be in quite a difficult situation. For any player that has been playing the game for a fair amount of time, you should know the situation one puts himself whenever he opts for Martis. Having chosen Martis, the player will automatically turn into a prime target for the opposing team. It's like having a target sign on your back throughout the game as players know the threat that is Martis. Also, you might get unwanted criticism as most Martis players are either good at the game or are more toxic than the elephant's foot. A pro player would surely like playing Martis, but if you're like me, a noob, don't even touch this character, please, I beg you. You will not like it and you may even delete the game because it's that bad. The toxicity of the game is literally that bad. I will say, however, if you're really liking this character, continue using him no matter how weak you are. Just learn his abilities, experiment a few builds with him and you'll be good at using him in almost no time. Obviously, no character is truly the best as it totally depends on one's abilities and skills. Generally, Martis is good for a lot of situations, but so are other heroes in certain ones. The reason why I personally bought Martis is because of how he has great mobility. You can either use it to escape or to attack the enemy. So the second skill has truly saved me a lot of times, but obviously if you get stunned before using it, you're pretty much done for. Honestly, overall Martis is a mid character. I mean, he has good damage, yes, but what else can he truly do? He's bad at teamfight, tanks and mages literally counter him, and his ult has a short reach. However, he can 1v1 almost any hero and his ultimate is insanely fast. So don't overestimate him in the slightest. If you ever see a Martis player, kill him. Kill his family, his dog. Yeah, do not spare any of them. But yeah, that's all for today everyone. Goodbye.